Hey, what's up, everyone? Morey here, and today we're going to be going over Gout Gout's 1984 200 meter from this past weekend. And the big thing we really want to focus on is how he was able to accomplish that and getting a little bit more into the technical similarities that we're seeing with somebody like Usain Bolt that really stands out specifically with like this side to side action of the head and getting a little bit more in depth into how that will help you in being able to run faster. That's what really stands out when you watch Gout Gout run. He's just significantly faster than the average sprinters that are his age. And a big part of that, in my opinion, is what he's doing during the acceleration and some of the similarities, again, he has with Usain Bolt. So we'll go ahead and take a look at it. And while there's a lot of great things that he's doing, he has great extension with his legs prior to foot strike. We've seen a lot of similarities with him also with his arm swing, a lot of great range of motion that he's getting there, but especially during his acceleration as he's coming out of the curve, we could see that he has a lot of that side to side motion with his head. We're looking at Gout Gout here in the front in case you haven't seen any videos on him in the past. And when you watch Usain Bolt, I like the back view because it's, I think, a little bit better here. You can see how he gets that sideways bend as well. And we see really all the top sprinters do this. And I think it's important to understand why this ends up being beneficial. And I watched a lot of video here to be able to see like what would be a reason to really utilize this side to side motion of the head, of the spine, not only during top end speed, but really during acceleration. We've seen this with Xavier Worthy as well. And to me, the big thing ends up being how you end up transitioning off of the ground. So if you think about just standing on one leg, and if you shift all of your weight to the outside part of your foot, or if you use your head to like, shift your weight outside or to the foot that you're that's down, right? So your right foot's down, you use your head to shift your weight there. What'll end up happening is you'll immediately shift your weight to counterbalance your lean. And I think that's what ends up happening here as you are getting faster and faster or developing speed or even maintaining speed is if you can get your head to transition to the almost outside part of the foot, but still be able to control the leg swing or the leg cycle, you're going to be able to be much more effective in being able to transition off the ground because you'll be able to keep your weight towards the inside part of the foot. Now, to be careful, especially again during acceleration, and what I'll typically see is once people start to go a little bit more side to side with their head, is now we'll end up getting a lot more crossing over within the legs and how we end up transitioning or cycling the legs during that acceleration. So while you are shifting your head side to side to make it so then you can get better with your foot strike and be able to transition off the ground, you just want to be aware of what you're doing within the leg cycle. And another big thing that I think we want to be able to get into again, and I've talked a lot about this recently, I want to just continue to harp on the importance of getting good range in your foot. So you can see he gets up to 21 degrees of ankle flexion, and then he strikes back down. And I mean, he's a little bit turned out here, but he's probably at about 0 degrees. So we're getting at least, and this isn't a great angle, we're getting probably at least 25, maybe even more degrees of angular velocity within the ankle from when he gets to this position into foot strike. And typically at foot strike, you end up being at about 6 or 7 degrees. So again, we're going to be seeing at least 25 to maybe 30 degrees of angular velocity into the foot strike on each one of the steps. So this is another big part of what makes him go really fast. But in order for him to do that, again, I think that the weight shift side to side, notice how much of his weight shifts to the left. So that allows him to have the range of motion to be able to get the leg through and also be able to be effective in getting the foot off the ground. Because what ends up happening is if we're not quick in getting ourselves off the ground with our feet, then it could be very easy for us to get our feet stuck back behind us. And then once that happens, it makes it very hard to be able to effectively transition forward off of the ground and make that a very quick movement. The sooner and quicker we can get our feet forward, then the more control we're going to have into foot strike, which is really the most important part of being able to run fast. How well can we strike the ground? And again, a big part of that is to reiterate is we want to be able to be effective being able to transition off the ground. A big way to help, I think, do that more effectively or quicker would be to shift your weight a little bit, shift your head weight to the outside part of your foot prior to foot strike. And we could even see this with Usain Bolt. So then as you hit the ground, you immediately already have your weight shifted to the inside and just allows you to transition off the ground that much more effectively. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Continue to help you guys get better understanding of how you can improve your sprinting mechanics. This is another thing that can end up, I think, being very beneficial for you. If you want to find out more about how we help out sprinters in their mechanics, make it so you run faster, go ahead and check out the description down below. Like the video, subscribe if you like the information. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.